Yo, what's up, everybody? You got Matt and Mark here. You got Doug on the call. What's up, Doug?
Oh man, in the basement studio. No, man, I'm excited today, man. We got so much news today that just happened to kind of creep up on us.
Yeah.
God, I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped.
A big Monday, absolutely. Some great news. So I think news that a lot of us were looking forward to. If you've been watching the show, following us this past couple months, we've been really into Funko drops. And, we got some news for you, friends. A big one. Oh man. It's going to be exciting.
You know, I was waiting for this one too. I was thinking they were a little behind schedule with announcing a drop, but perfect. I love everything that's happening right now.
I was getting a little worried. Oh, Hamwich using our brand new emotes that we added to Twitch. Yes, your boys are on Twitch.
Bless up, Ham.
Twitch emotes. You could use that.
Hamwich is in the Green Dot Club, isn't it?
The Green Dot Club, absolutely. Yeah. So you could use that across Twitch, and all your favorite channels. And there's Doug Disappointed too, where he's got his hand in his, his head in his hand, and Matt shocked. I forget when that was. Probably when I was drawing my Venn diagram. I think all of that came from the Venn diagram drawing. But yeah, absolutely. So awesome. What's up, Hamwich? What's up, Bert? Yeah, no, that's great. Love it.
Bert.
CZ Man, what's up? MetaZoo crew, welcome. Jody, how's it going, dude? CZ Man and Biro, it's gonna be a banger. Absolutely, dude. It's started March.
Absolutely, it's going to be a banger.
Not
Spring
outside.
is in the air. So, Matt, you saw Batman. You got a review for us? Because we bought the Batman RC cars.
Yeah.
So there's these remote control Batmobile cars that can fit a 7-inch figurine. So
I won't spoil the movie for those that are. There we go.
There's the new emotes. There's the Doug Disappointed. And the Matt Shocked. So
speaking of disappointed,
I don't know why they're F9. Whatever.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Doug, do you remember was it you that we used to talk about the Legend of Hercules, the Disappointed clip?
The Kevin
Sorbo?
Yeah, absolutely.
I
that was one of my favorites.
Disappointed. Anyways.
Do you want to explain that real quick for people who don't know?
So we in our generation, like Xena Warrior Princess and Kevin Sorbo were always on TV. Kevin Sorbo
Hercules.
Hercules, yeah.
Legend of Hercules. Yeah, I'm sorry. And there was a clip. I'm assuming it was an outtake. There's no way that made it onto the actual show,
probably
right?
Did.
No,
I don't know. I think it might have
no.
made it on the show. Who knows?
So the script clearly called for him to be like looking around disappointed, but he read it as like he was supposed to say the word disappointed. So the script is like this isn't my world. He's supposed to say that disappointed, but instead he says, "This isn't my world, disappointed."
The best bit of acting I've ever seen.
Yeah,
yo, man. We used to talk about that all the time on our old show.
YouTube Hercules Disappointed. You'll be fine.
Oh,
dude,
man, I do
Matt, speaking of our old show and great clips, do you remember the other one we used to play all the time? The phone call?
I do remember that.
Oh man, that's what we can't do anymore. You can't do that anymore.
Or no?
Pat O'Brien, right?
Yes. That got scrubbed from the internet.
That's all you need to say.
That got scrubbed from the internet.
That's all you need to say. People should know that.
Oh, yeah. So for those of you who don't know about the Pat O'Brien clip, man, it was series of steamy voicemails.
Betsy was into it.
The 90s, man.
Dude, it's old.
Like Access Hollywood at the time or something?
Yeah.
Jeb
former
Nightcrawler,
sportscaster
doing something.
Turned pervert.
Like
You just want to get drunk and get some food.
This is so
whatever.
weird, man.
Check it out, guys.
If you can, I think
it's scrubbed from the internet.
Yeah, I think it's
like
gone.
I'd have to call up one of our old shows that was recorded, man, just audio only.
I think it hit an answering machine. What's up, Tanner?
Yeah, what's up, Tanner?
I think it was an answering machine.
It
wasn't even like a voice. It was like an old answering machine. And that's the good old days.
Yeah.
You remember those? Oh man.
So yeah, Batman review. I won't spoil it. So it's a spoiler-free review. It's not as good as Dark Knight, which is generally regarded as one of the, if not the best, comic book movie of all time. If Dark Knight is a 10 out of 10, I'd say the Batman is about a 9. Like if I were to throw it into my Marvel MCU rankings, it'd be a top 10 MCU movie for me. Maybe a top 5.
Maybe a top 5. And the Marvel, there's a ton of movies. So everyone liked the
Robert Pattinson was a really, really good Batman for me. Like I enjoyed it. A lot. It's a long movie, but
is there going to be sequels, you think, then?
Yeah.
You think he did good enough? Yeah. I didn't see how the box office numbers are doing. But we'll see. That's interesting. Yeah. Yep. Oh, you're a little disappointed with the Transformer Funko Redeemable? Just you wait. We've got some news for you, my friend. Doug sent it to us. Gave us a little.
Yeah, no, man. Jesus. I'm so pumped about this, guys. Like,
yeah, you
I
want
can't
to
even
jump
look
into
at
it, Doug? You want to hop into? But
I can't.
I think that's a great review. I'm all pumped about the Batmobile. Excellent.
You should see it, Mark.
Fantastic.
I probably will. I haven't seen a movie in a while. I should go see that. That's kind of up my alley. I think I'd like that. But if it's like 3 hours,
it is.
like
it doesn't drag,
geez,
but it's
dude.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. All right. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, Doug. Sorry, we're cutting you off. Go ahead. What's up?
No, I'm just excited about this. This is probably the best case scenario for me as far as like what the next drop could have been after Nickelodeon or whatever. But legitimately, guys, I think this is fantastic. I like. There's 4 legendary figures.
There it is.
There's 4 legendary. Yeah. Oh, someone dropped the disappointed on the Discord. Yeah. All right. So let me pull up the catalog. So just quickly, do you just want to give like a quick just rundown of what it is exactly? The Transformer drop here.
What do you mean? What it is? What Transformers are?
No, what this drop is. Like people know. We've been watching.
So yeah, it's a Funko digital drop. For those of you who don't know, this is a way for Funko to bring in, as they like to call it, evergreen money, right? Every transaction they get a little part of it. So what is it? You get a pack of NFTs. You either get a pack of 5 NFTs, 15 NFTs. Each transaction on the initial drop, they will allow you to spend $60. So you can get 6 5-packs or 2 of the 15 packs. Either way, you get 30 NFTs max each time through. Now, these NFTs come in different varieties, Mark. You get the commons, you get the uncommons, and you got the...
Look at these, the examples they give. Don't these look sharp for NFTs? I mean, I think they're
fantastic.
Top notch. When you show me like a painted, gorilla wearing a sailor hat, I'm like, this looks cooler to me. You know what I mean? I mean, I get the coolness in that or whatever. I get it. But I think these, like the movement and everything, there's a lot to this. You know what I mean?
Mark's coming right at the apes right now.
Yeah. Well, hey, what's up, Mark's can? No, I just wish those did more. They could be better. They're like, these are pretty, but I think Vincent... what's his name? Fotomare does a better job, and his stuff should be more expensive because it looks better. But whatever, I get it. Whatever.
No,
Only
these are fantastic.
I think these are fantastic.
Absolutely.
Looking. Yeah.
So the NFT, the movables on the NFT are not what the redeemables are going to look like. Is that accurate? The Optimus Prime is going to be the normal Optimus Prime.
It's more for Prime. It's more for Prime. Prime looks dope there. Okay. And his actual one looks like it's just all gold. Pretty standard fare for Funkos.
Yeah.
The other guys, I think they're going to look like they look. The legendaries. The cool thing about the legendaries for this set, and Mark, could you go to the physicals? Let's just show what you're shooting for.
And this is why we like these. We're not really, big NFT bros. There's redeemable Funkos you can get from these NFTs. So that's really kind of it. The NFT thing is a side portion. Yeah, we're going to buy and sell on the side, but this is what we're really into, these physical Funkos. So
right. And the great thing about these physical Funkos is you look at the number sticker on the front. They kind of kept their numbering the same. So your Grails are $9.99. I think, Mark, your legendaries, what is that, $16.50 or something weird? Or what are they?
$15.50 for these. And there's, we've talked about it. Not every one is redeemed. So these numbers are not going to be true $15.50. It might be $1,400, might be $1,500. We're just not sure.
Well, yeah, and here's the thing. If you're a fan of Transformers, growing up, I was a big fan of Transformers as a kid, man. I destroyed more Transformers than I even care to remember. But the thing is as someone of my age group and potentially even a little older and potentially even a little younger, we're all kind of in this, like, Transformers are pretty dope. These look like they're Gen 1 Transformers, so there's nothing too fancy, not the movie ones. They look like the cartoons, look like the old toys, that kind of thing, color scheme, nothing too crazy about them. And I think this is going to strike a chord. And Mark, this is what we talk about, is people who maybe don't know how to get these through the Funko drop or whatever, or how to use drop or anything like that. They're going to want these when they hit the secondary market. This is going to have a huge market. Look, when I talked about something like the RLC BMW, I made a point to say, look, that's a hot item. It's a hot car in the whole collecting community. Mm-hmm. And there's a barrier to entry because people have no idea how to get these. Same thing here with these. And on top of that, these are difficult pulls. Mark, you were saying it's what, a 2% chance to either get a Grail or a Legendary. Just 2% chance to pull any type of redeemable.
Yeah, when it says Legendary, 1.72% chance, that's all of these Legendaries combined. So that's all 4 of those are 1.72. And then you add the 0.28% chance of these 1,000 gets you to your 2%. So that's how you arrive.
Right. So if you wanted to get this, you'd have to open 50 NFTs worth of packs. So that's a little over 3 of the, you know what it would be? It'd be 3 and 1 standard. So 3 premium, 1 standard pack would be how you get to that 2%. You should pull one. Right?
Yeah, right. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
3 in 1.
15,
Yeah,
15
you're right. Yeah. But you can spend $60 at a time, so it's kind of one of those.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. You'd end up with four. You should get 4 premiums if you can go through twice, or 2 and 6, however you want to do it. The point is if you're able to go through twice, odds are you should pull one of these. And Mark, I'm telling you, these are going to totally be worth more than 120.
Dude. I love these.
Gonna be big.
Like you're saying, like you're a little bit disappointed on the choice of these. I think it's different, man. I think that's the way to look at it. There's already an Optimus Prime, right? Funko, that's already out there. Like these, there's not. Devastator.
That's a Constructicon. That's a Constructicon.
I love Constructicons. I could even see the shit in the background. I didn't even pay attention to that. Oh, yeah.
So, Mark, something I was saying is, look, different sets, they come out with all the Constructicons. How dope would that be?
These don't exist anywhere else.
I mean, you got Hot Rodimus, Became Rodimus Prime. Anybody remember that shit? No. Rumble.
No,
Again,
is
Rumble.
He a Constructicon guy or Decepticon?
No, Rumble's just Rumble, man. He just shakes the world up. And then, obviously, you have Sideswipe. I like Sideswipe, not as much as I like the other two. I think the Constructicon, I think Rumble are really cool. The Bumblebee, Mark, if you want to show it off,
I think the Bumblebee will be a collector's thing. You might not like Bumblebee, Doug, but I think Freddy here is going to be an item.
This is going to be insanely expensive. It's Freddy as Bumblebee, a Transformer. I mean, that's
the most common one, too. It's 2,000.
Well, you got to build the set, though. It's going to be difficult.
That's the royalty. Yes, that's a royalty.
They're going to get their grubby hands on it, man.
It's going to be tough, yeah.
But just quickly, Funko fans love Freddy as things. This one is going to be crazy. I really think, and I don't like this one. Like, it's not for me. But this shouldn't only be about what I like. It should be what I think the market's going to be best. I think this one is going to be hot. Hopefully people redeem them, get the tokens, and there's a bunch, so they think it's not worth as much, and I could buy a redeemable token. I think it's going to be incredibly difficult to build that set.
Absolutely. There's so what so while we're talking about this, what this royalty means, and these other ones have percents, this one does not. So you need to have everything. Epic. Let's pull up the catalog. So the catalog, this is the list of cards.
There's 108 cards.
108 cards. Yeah. You need to have one of each of these cards. You need that, and it says part of the royalty collection when you go through the catalog. So here it is. Here are the commons, and we'll go to the uncommon. And it says part of the royalty collection. And we'll go to the rares, part of the royalty collection. And we'll go to the epics. And these are usually about $12 a piece and up.
Man, they shoot up, dude. These are going to be expensive.
It might be more because these are going to be freaking hot. So there's 12 of them and expect to pay at least $10 a piece. At least $12 a piece. Something like that. So there's like almost 150 right there. Just in epics you're going to need for this. And there's 108 total. So... yeah, you're going to have to build that whole set to get this royalty. And how many do I think are going to be completed? I don't know. I don't think it's going to be too many because it's so high.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm hoping for a race to the bottom.
Man. This is going to be hot.
The resale market, if you're going to try to have to pluck individual cards off the Atomic Hub to fill in your royalty set, like that's going to be a pricey endeavor if you don't get lucky and pull a lot of like the epics and stuff in your packs.
Yeah.
Like if you have to go back and add all these $10 and $12 and $15 NFT cards, like that, you could end up running you like a lot of money, so some of it's going to be luck.
And guys, it's a 108 card set. Most likely, if this follows the way the Nickelodeon wanted, I'm sure it will, we're only going to make it through once and get 30. Get 30 NFT moments. That means if you get lucky, or let's say you get unlucky and don't pull any redeemables, but you get one of each different, they're all different of your 30, you still got to buy 78. You still got to find 78 of them. That's going to be a wild ride.
Yeah, it is. But guys, if you've been watching us from the beginning, hopefully you have some Popeye. Hopefully you have some Nickelodeon. Hopefully even before that, you might even have some Bob Ross.
Star Trek.
Yeah. Star Trek.
Big boy
you
like
sell
that.
some of those.
That's an excellent point. Yeah.
And start building into one of these. So that's what I would recommend. And I don't think you're going to be the only one. So I think we're going to see some prices drop pretty hard. But we'll I think that's how you build toward this next set. And Stoffgans, what's up, man?
What up, Stoff?
Talking Funkos.
Mm-hmm.
Because this another hot drop, man. This is cool.
Yeah, that's actually, you bring up an excellent point, Mark. As nice as it is to carry other Funkos and other NFTs in your Atomic Hub Wax wallet, or vice versa, like waiting to get the redeemables, like if you're short and if you think this one's going to be hotter than what you already have, like let's say you're in my position, you have a Klingon, and you're a couple of cards short to filling out the royalty on this. It would not behoove me to sell that Klingon while I did get it in extremely low. maybe I can double and triple my money on that, but maybe it makes more sense for me to sell that, get some additional wax, and buy out the rest of this royalty. If I think I can make more money doing that as opposed to just holding on to the physical Funko, which is going to make everyone money.
And I would say even ones that aren't redeemable, you're going to be able to get some money for them.
Yes.
So that's what I'm kind of thinking, because I have several Popeye royalty sets, 3 total. So I have a lot of Popeye. So I'm going to sell those NFTs after that, but I don't know how much I'm going to get for them. You know, probably not much, but I'm hoping enough to just build towards that next physical, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, Doug, what's going to be your plan?
Oh, look, this one's going to be a little more me just going with my heart. You know, heart wants what the heart wants. I think I'm really going to focus on getting the 4 legendary guys. Probably buy them, and I might wait till the tokens get out, because there's always a little drop, and that's worth it to me to just get the tokens if I don't pull anything, or if I pull the gold guy. See, the thing is it's never worth it for me. At least with this set, it's not going to be worth it for me if I pull, like, let's say Optimus the Grail. I'm like, I'll just sell that and use it to buy these other 4. It won't be worth it. I think Optimus the Grail is actually going to be worth a ton of money on a secondary market. That's not for me. I don't like it. But again, the Optimus and the Bumblebee may not be my speed, but I think they're going to be worth good money. So I think what I'm going to have to do, Mark, is just move my Dapper balance over and just get after it.
Doug. Yeah, and here, Bumblebee has a gun too, so it's Freddy holding a pistol. So there you go. You get a little.
Though, Mark, what you said kind of got my wheels turned a little bit in my head, and I'm thinking you're making a great point. With this drop, when it comes out, do you think anybody's going to just go back and be like, man, after looking at it, I could try to build these or buy some of these redemptions? They're like, fuck, you know what I really want? Those Flash Gordon. Like, do you think that, like, we're going to see a nice drop on maybe some of those lower end redeemables? And we might get an opportunity to get in on those pretty cheap if you're, heads on a swivel and you're like, I'm just in it for money. I love Transformers, but if I'm in it for money, shit, I might be able to pick up some Flash Gordons for like nothing.
Absolutely. Green Circle, Doug. That's what it's all about. I mean, yeah, absolutely. If you have a chance to get those cheap, man, when we were first talking about these, you guys are pulling these in at $30, $35. I mean, this was crazy.
Well, I got I was making offers and people were accepting them. So there must not have been a lot of heat on those, because they were taking offers of like nothing. I'm not $30 on multiples, and they were taking them for the redemptions for the big boys. So I think now maybe it's more in the consciousness of people realizing, okay, these are cool, but still haven't seen a group of the physical Funkos hit eBay yet. So nobody really knows what that secondary market is. I mean, I have an idea. You have an idea. But without a large lot of them hitting, I think we still have an opportunity to get some of these redemptions cheap from guys who maybe go to eBay to see, like, what's the physical redeemable worth? I have no idea. Nobody's got it. So I'll take the money now. It's one of those things, man.
Yeah, it's interesting. We were talking about this earlier. The big boy that just sold March 3rd for $190. They don't have it in hand. I think they took a low offer. I think they just wanted money now. I think they could have made more. I mean, this is one of those.
Absolutely.
I think they messed up with it. I don't know, Or if you need the money, you need the money. People might just need the money. Yeah. I should just say, there's always that aspect. You want it now, go ahead, take the money. Profit's profit. I'm not going to, give you a shit ton about it. But
you're 100% right about that, Mark. We don't know the motivations of the sellers, but we can say that the price they took most likely is too little. And I say that, number one, the physicals come out April 1st. So your pre-order right now is fine. It's within the 60-day window. You're fine. They can't screw you over, although you're supposed to ship it within 30 days. You're within the 60-day window. They can't really touch you. It's one of those things. I didn't like his title, Mark, and if you click on it, click on his
one
listing
sold
there.
Recently, the March 3rd?
Yeah, the 190. I clicked that one. I don't scroll down. And you'll kind of see this right there, gang. Scroll. There's his description, Mark.
Oh, Funko Digital Big Boy Mastery Physical Pop ships in April.
Mastery?
What the hell's Mastery even mean?
They used to call that the Mastery set. So the royalty set is the Mastery set. Mastery means you've collected them all. So that was the original name they were kind of tossing around. It's royalty, but they were tossing around Mastery as well.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, no, that's a shitty listing. You're going to give 2 sentences.
And Mark, and click on the picture. If you click on the picture, scroll up, click on that picture. Scroll down, now click the picture. And that's his picture. That literally is all it is. There's nothing else. So as a buyer, you're not comfortable with that to begin with. I mean, it's just not a comfortable looking. I don't want it. I don't trust it. I don't know if you have it.
No, he has to do his own, yeah.
And especially with it, Mark, with being such a rare thing at the time, and these Funko Big Boys are still very rare. People not really understanding, even now in March, not really understanding how the Funko drops work, how these digitals turn into these NFTs, which turn into actual physical redemptions. There's still a lot of confusion. You need to have it in hand, and you need to take a picture to show it's a real thing. And once you do, I think you're going to see these prices just catapult. I mean, it's going to be wild.
Yeah, absolutely. This might be a dumb question. What made Big Boy so popular? It just always has been. It's just one of those.
It's very vintage. Like
it's just a vintage thing.
A lot of people probably have. People like our parents' age probably have gone to it at some point in their life, and it's a connection to like the older generation. It's still in existence in different parts of the country.
Yeah. For the Funko collectors, guys, this is Funko was one of the originators of the product. So when Funko had product out, one of the first things they did was Big Boy. So if you're a Funko collector, you know Funko made Big Boy Products as their original company. You know, that's what they did originally. So you're just a Funko guy, and you like that reach back to like the olden times of Funko. There's a connection there to older collectors, and those older collectors don't know how to get these NFTs. So that's why I bought it, and I'm feeling very good about my purchases, guys.
No, the price is right. I mean, it shows it. I mean, even though this guy took 190, you probably are going to get more later. So this will be very interesting to keep an eye on, and we will, because hell, when we were telling you about it, they were selling for $30. So I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean,
I got it for 30.
We're just making you freaking money hand over fist. I mean, this is just crazy. So.
Yeah, I mean, guys, this one was nuts. I say it every show, and I'm going to say it again. When this was happening, there was one Saturday where I was just sitting there, college football on the TV, on my phone, making offers to people. And I was in the Discord telling everybody, like, look, man, I'm making offers on some of these redemptions, and I think things are going well. And I was just hitting them, and it felt good. Mm-hmm. And I thought it would be the way all these drops are. Turns out, you know, the redemptions all gone up a little bit on everything. But, yeah, I'm excited, and I think the Legendary is going to be something special.
Speaking of that, like, it has gone up on everything. Doug, your mic, I don't know, it kind of goes in and out just a little bit. But, yeah, it has gone up on everything. And Nicktoons, this is just something to show. Here's a very easy example. Chucky was $50 or less, you know. Now the lowest one is $63, and it quickly goes above $70. You know, you can buy 6 of them, and then after that, it shoots back up. So you see it across the board. People are catching on to these existing. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with all of this. Gents, did y'all make a video on all of this? We did I've done a couple buy-along videos.
Hey, go to our YouTube. It's called What the Funko, and we explain what Funko drops are.
Yes, we do a What the Funko video that explains it. Yeah, and I did the live buy-along, and Mike Waddell from MetaZoo even stopped by during their live buy-along and stuff. And yeah, and we were pulling packs, and I pulled 2 legendaries in the first 2 packs I opened. Oh, it was a lot of fun, guys. So, yeah, follow the channel. You know, definitely.
It's not fun for me.
Well, not fun.
For you. I had fun watching you.
But we'll do more stuff like this. Like I will do a live buy-along on Twitch. So if you're not following, follow now, and you'll get notified. And yeah, we'll do the live buy-along, and it's fun to do it because you kind of talk through, make sure you know everything's going smooth for you. You should at least get through once. We'll see. It's getting more and more popular. Maybe not. How crazy would that be? You don't even get through once.
That would be fantastic.
You think that would happen? You think that's possible?
I do. I do think it's possible. Look, there's 38,000.
Oh, let's bring that up just really quick. The Transformers thing. This is the same number as Nickelodeon. This did not go up. So.
Oh.
Isn't it 19,000 and 19,000? Isn't it 19,000? Wasn't it 19 and 12,000?
18 and 18. The other one was like, 36 and whatever. They changed, they equaled it out. 36 and 12 or whatever, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So it's the same number. Okay. There's got to be something. All right.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, it's just interesting that, it might be even, sell out even quicker. The system is great. Drop, DROPPP, is really easy to use. So they do a great job of creating a queue system. So it's everyone gets one. It's not like Tops where it's just refresh. It's now you're just putting a line, man, and they'll tell you it's like 15 minutes. You got to wait. And if you try to game it a little bit, they'll put you in the back of the line. Like it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I haven't found a way. Not that I'm really trying, but to game it. But I'm sure people are. So.
I just wanted to say, Mark, before we stop talking about Transformers, we'd be remiss to know there's 2 big things here with this Transformers drop that's going to add a ton of value. And like we like to call things Funko rookies. And like that simply just means it's their first damn Funko. The 4 legendary bots, this is their first Funko. They've done Funko Pop Transformers before, and there's been a Optimus Prime. I mean, there hasn't been a Freddy Bumblebee, so I guess you count Freddy as Bumblebee as a rookie. But Freddy as whatever. It's just kind of what it is. But these 4 robots, their rookies is interesting because I don't know that they're going to make another one of these. They're cool robots, and I do like these Transformers. But they're not like the most popular guys in the world, and I can't really see many of these lines making it to other, like, oh, let's make another Devastator, but let's make him chrome. I just don't think that he's going to hit that. A Hot Rod, maybe as Rodimus Prime, but again, whatever.
If your name's Rodney, you got to get one of these, right? This is part of your collection. You tell them, hey, this is the Hot Rod. I got this limited edition. I think the NFTs look great, but yeah, Doug, I'm with you. These being the first edition, maybe you have some sort of attachment to one of these. I don't know why, but maybe you were.
Hey, everybody's got their favorite Transformers when they were younger.
The Constructicons I really liked or whatever. So.
Yeah, I love the Constructicons. That's like. Constructicons is like one of my favorite. Dinobots, Constructicons, like you're talking about subs.
Dinobots, yeah. Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But they have Grimlock. They have those already. The Dinobots are out there. Funko's got those. I don't think they have any Constructicons. And I might be wrong, but I know, well, they don't have Devastator for sure. So that's kind of cool. And the other thing, guys, that I think might be kind of a sneaky big news, they don't ship them to Japan. They won't sell these to Japan.
Oh, we feel like Japan and Russia?
Yeah, well,
obviously not
but
going
Japan
to Russia,
with the whole, doesn't Japan already like Transformers or things like Transformers?
Yeah, and I'm sure it's a licensing thing with them. Yeah, and I'm sure it's a licensing thing with Japan, as in, Funko probably doesn't have the rights to sell Transformers in Japan because they got their own Transformers toys in Japan. So I'm sure that's a right thing. So they're going to have to go to eBay. If you're in Japan, you're going to have to go to eBay and buy one of these and get it shipped out to you.
Could they not get them on Atomic Hub? Could they not get the...
Correct. They can't get them. No, They won't fulfill them. So you can't redeem them. They won't fulfill them.
You can't redeem it.
So you have to go to eBay or some other secondary market, which I don't even know what the secondary market that shipped to Japan is. I'm not even sure.
Yeah, it's eBay. I don't know of any others.
But what's not taking off, and I think what we need to talk about, Doug, and what you kind of alluded to when we were talking in the Discord about, just MetaZoo prices. Just keeping an eye on some of these are just getting shellacked, just not going well. And maybe we could start with growth. Or we want to start with Silver Bullet or
Silver Bullet. We talked about this, and guys, this isn't something I really researched. It was more just like you and I and Matt. We were all just sitting here spitballing about the MetaZoo prices, and I was like, let's check the Obnoxious 9 from first edition. Let's see how those cards are doing, because if anything should hold up, it should be them. They're only available in full hollow form. They're kind of cool cards. The art looks great. They all are fantastic. I'm thinking, if anything from first edition is going to hold value, it needs to be something. So let's focus on the Obnoxious 9 as a group and see if they're holding value. And guys, what we found, and Matt, you're right there, and you mark it right there, like you can see, 25, 26, 24, $20. I mean, what are you talking? $20 to $27 roughly?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then what is it 3 months ago? We scroll down and look at...
I'm scrolling down here. Yeah, you can see 50. Well, there's a kind of international
50,
40s.
40.
Here's some in the 20s, but hopping right back up, 30s, 40s. And we go back early December.
Yeah, it's 40s. I mean, you're talking... It's creeping towards half its value. They have lost half of their value in like 3 months, and we're not even... Like, people aren't even really talking about it. But guys, that's something to focus on. Your Obnoxious 9 from your first edition, Cryptid Nation, has lost you half of your money already. Now, I sold all mine back when they were $40-something. But I'm telling you, like, this is something to make note of. Now, you can either make note of it and say, I'm in a buying opportunity, or you can make note of it and say, fuck, like panic mode. I don't know what to make of it. Matt, Mark, what are you guys looking at?
Doug, your mic kind of goes in and out. Just be careful with that. But Doug, it makes me nervous because this is what I want to see the Kickstarter first edition do well. I think that's the sign, is that the first edition, the original edition, is taking off. It's growing. People want that, and it's not happening makes me nervous. I don't know, Matt.
Yeah, I think my general outlook on it is that MetaZoo may just have a natural ebb and flow to it, kind of in between sets or leading up to sets. I feel confident that MetaZoo is going to stick around. Like, they've been around long enough, they've had enough success to quell any fears of, like, are they going to make it, are they not going to... Like, they're fine. They're going to be okay. It's just a matter of what level of popularity can they really, like, what's their cap? Like, I don't know what that is. That's still undetermined at this point, how much more they can expand. But we had talked about...
For our purposes, I don't even care if they stick around. As an investment, you have to recognize that there's buying spots here that if you buy in, you can just get whipped. I mean,
absolutely, yes. If
your butt just got whooped, and you got to go back to the locker room and regroup.
Yes,
second half still out there.
Depending on when you buy and sell, you could either do really, really well or really, really poorly. And some of that is just kind of being smart. More so, it comes down to being smart when you buy. Like, you can sell at different times and make profit. Your profit amount may vary, but like, it's important not to buy things when they're on the way up, because then you're putting yourself at risk.
Right, Mark, go to Growth or another one. One of the other obnoxious 9. You'll see.
Yeah, put out Sam Sinclair, see how that one's doing.
Oh, yeah, Sam Sinclair. That's a good
opportunity. Sam Sinclair.
Yeah. What we're seeing, though, and what's concerning me is that how long are these bounce back periods taking?
That's so sad, Doug. Do you see this 215 for PSA 10?
Oof. I got one.
Auctions are getting killed. Auctions always get killed, though. I mean, auctions always get killed.
I know a guy who might have one of those.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
Scroll down, Andy. So let's take a look at some first editions. What are they going for? And they're okay, 60s. That's okay. What was it 3 months ago?
Well, but that's the, and we had talked about this before the show, is the amount of money that these cards are selling for graded is concerning to me. So it's a $60 card raw, and a PSA 10 is barely getting you 3 times that. And given how the fact that these people spent $150 to get it graded, like, they're losing money on it. But
right, so you're looking here, Matt, and it's in front of you, and Mark, you can see it too. It's lost a lot of value.
Yeah,
Mark,
it was at $50, $80.
Maybe keep going and see how long this period's been that it's been down, but 80, 70, I mean, it's still down.
Yeah, the graded card is more than half.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got killed on this too.
Yep.
You're getting killed on this. I'm concerned about this. I do have a very strong level of concern about these. And I think even more so, Matt, when we start taking a look at these population reports and start seeing MetaZoo cards just fill these fucking things up,
it's going to go down considerably.
It's going to tank them.
Yeah.
I don't really know personally anymore that grading these things is going to be the right move until grading comes back to like $8.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you cannot, like you said, and that's kind of my fear, is the fact that people have either sent a lot of their stuff to PSA to get it graded, or once PSA opens, it's all going to go. Like, people are going to send everything.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a flood.
I mean, this is the case for all cards getting graded. Like, we use the Kobe Bryant Topps rookie as an example.
Right.
But, like, the more of something that exists in the graded space, the less it's going to be worth. You can't have a card where there's a 7,000 card count in the population report, and you expect that card to be worth a lot of money. If 7,000 other people have it, it's not going to be worth anything.
Right.
Is that right? I haven't brought up the PSA pop report. Have we looked at it?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's check MetaZoo and see how many cards are graded. That's a good one, Mark.
We haven't looked at
MetaZoo in a while. Yeah.
So Cryptid Nation first edition.
Yeah.
Whoa, 20. So, Mark, at the very top, I can tell you right now, 2403 is a lot.
And 1,500 of those cards have been a 10.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Jesus. That's too many. It's too many.
Way too many.
Yeah.
Well, everyone complains about the condition and stuff, and it's kind of like sometimes I want people to just chill out a little bit. Like, that kind of helps.
If you're sending, if
in a way
65% of these cards are coming out in PSA 10 shape, you should not be complaining about anything.
Where's Sam?
Well, it's expected though, isn't it, guys? I mean, this is a brand new set. It's expected.
Yeah.
Ooh, Sam Sinclair, 58.
58 of 78 are PSA 10s.
Shit.
So
I mean, this is what a tank looks like. It's
gonna be,
guys. It's a bloodbath.
Yes, if you want to play the long game on MetaZoo,
certainly
wait for these cards to come back from PSA from other people, and then they list them.
Yeah,
and you could scoop PSA 10s up for nothing.
And Unpro in the chat is mentioning these cheap cards. Like, you can get 3 full hollow Mothmans for under 2,500. I might know a guy who sold one for 4,500. We don't want to talk about that. That was crazy, guys. I
man,
might
that
have.
was
I
crazy.
think I have the highest sold Mothman. I don't think
Ever.
that's close.
Yeah, it's not even close. It's not even close. It's not even close.
And maybe the highest sold Helga common from Nickelodeon too. So
What'd you sell that one for?
like 5 wax when it's worth like
Whoa.
0.2 or something. So yeah.
So
How many squonks? I mean,
How many squonks?
Give me a
Now
control
Squonk's the
aftermarket.
only one. Hey, wait a minute. Squonk, I think, is bouncing in value. That's one of the rare ones you
I
see.
still have a couple
bounce.
of those. Oh,
Yeah,
1 and
Squonk.
1. There you go. An 8 and
That's
9.
a Kickstarter.
Oh, Kickstarter. No one's graded a normal one? All right.
Well, at $150, would you?
No.
Yeah. I mean, guys, that Squonk's seeing a bounce. I have no problem with Squonk. I think Squonk's getting, a bump in value compared to a lot of these. A lot of weird ones are getting bumps in value. Like, it's just that's not gonna help you if a weird rare one is the one that's getting value. Whereas, like most of our collections, most of us who open boxes don't have the weird rare cards. We have the normal rare cards. Like you might have a full Hall of Mothman. Well, you're getting kicked in the dick there too. So the thing is, these prices are tanking. All right. The wax box, or not the wax boxes, the boxes, the booster boxes are falling in price too, because I think it's reflecting that this market is starting to tank. And there's just too much of it for sale. Not that there's too much of it. It's just the vast majority of it was bought by people who put it on sale on eBay.
Yep.
It needs people who actually want to hold and play. It needs to grow the game. And you see that at the cons, like where, you're the belle of the ball, and it seems like, people are paying attention. But that's going to take a little time to grow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just is. Like the cards are outpacing the growth right now, right?
Oh, 100%. In fact, here's the thing. It may be growing in some of these lower tier sets, some of this Nightfall shit, some of the second edition stuff. Wilderness, it may see it grow, may be bought by more people who are going to play the game and far less people who are going to be the ones trying to flip it, because there's not money in here. There's not money in Nightfall. There's not money in second edition, and there's not money in Wilderness. So this needs to get in the hands of people who are going to play, and that will help the value of everything.
Absolutely.
Because once they realize how much they love the game, they're going to go back to first editions and be like, all right, and that market's going to grow. Like I said, it's not a high print run product, but the problem is it's highly listed on eBay, and that's keeping the prices low as hell.
Yeah, like if you have a crew in like a gaming store or something like that, this is a game to get into, because you and your buddies might make some money on these tournaments. Like they're throwing money around. They want people to play this. So it's one of those, we might overpay for a tournament. Who cares? We don't care. We want to get the money out. You're going to tell your friends if you won 10 grand. I mean, you just are. It's just how it goes. So
this isn't an indictment of the game, though, right? Again, this is us just saying this is a poor investment, but it might be a game that's around forever that people love playing. That just might be what it is.
Yeah, and that'd be fine, right? I mean, that'd be. I'm okay.
It's fine for them. They love it. MetaZoo would love it.
That's kind of this in between time. Just don't sweat it. Just it's part of the cycle. I really think we are going through these kind of the selling cycle, and when Wilderness drops, you're gonna see that bump. Bigfoot might take off, or some of these dragons. I think people are really excited about stuff like that. There's gonna be ways to make money. How many Bigfoots? I think.
And one thing I've been kind of tracking, Mark, with my large collection of Orphax, is that when these drops happen, Orphax do bump. They artificially bump for goodness knows why, and I think it's because they're useful. But they bump with set releases. So if you have a chance to buy some Orphax cheap, this might be a buying opportunity now as well. If you're just looking for a quick, and I'll get out when a Wilderness drops, because people are going to realize how useful these are in hand. So there's definitely buying opportunities and opportunities to make money, especially when there's a dip like this. I don't necessarily know, though, if it's things like Obnoxious 9, Silver Bullet, or Samson Clay. I don't know if that's going to enjoy as much a bump as things that are going to be useful for decks with Wilderness, like Orphax. I just, I can't say that, but I do know Orphax are probably going to see a bump.
Or something like that, right? Pay attention to the reserve list. Is that kind of what we're getting at?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's a great one.
Yeah. No, because there's like Power Up Red, which I really like, something like that. Chaos Crystal, there's a ton sent in, but that's, I think still a decent card. Yeah.
How easy was it to do the crypto.com thing? You're talking about changing the stablecoin and doing all that shit. All right, so I haven't completed that process yet because I'm waiting to sell one NFL All Day moment that for some fucking reason nobody wants to buy. I'm the lowest price. I don't know what's going on here. But once that sells, it seems like the process is pretty easy. They kind of walk, like crypto and your DeFi wallet that you have there, seems like they walk you through things pretty darn, grab your hand and take you and make sure you don't screw up. So it looks easy enough. I'm excited to give it a try. Haven't done it yet. And a lot of the guys, though, who have crypto, the crypto.com, the crypto wallets, say it's very easy once you have the money in there, once you're funded to buy the wax and transfer it to your wax wallet. So it seems like it's going to be a process that's very, very easy once I get the stuff. The hard part is getting the Dapper into the USD, the stable coin, just because.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm with you, Doug. I'm going through that process too, and I just had the moments I needed sold during the show. Are really Matt was here when I sold
Sean McDermott.
Sean McDermott for like $35. Whatever, dude. You want Sean McDermott for $35?
Who the fuck is Sean McDermott?
Exactly, Doug. $35 for this motherfucker. So sure, dude. Like, sign me up, dude. I'm so in, dude. So.
The coach? Is it the coach? Is that the coach of the Bills?
No, he's a basketball player for the Nuggets or something. Who's he play for?
There's Doug McDermott. Who's
Sean? You mean Doug McDermott?
No.
Okay.
Sean McDermott.
Give me a Google search on Sean McDermott, Mark.
Who the fuck is Sean McDermott? Let's find out. How's this guy?
Maybe you undersold him at $30-something.
Maybe not.
No, that's not him.
It's definitely not Sean McDermott. The name can't be Sean McDermott.
No.
That's what it said. I was looking right at it.
What?
Go to your alerts where the red dot is.
Yeah, just click that and it'll tell you.
Sean McDermott, dunk.
Click on him. Well, then so click on him.
For Sean.
Click on the highlight. That'll tell us a little bit about
here he is, Memphis.
Oh, okay.
Small forward. This clown. I shouldn't say he's a clown. He's an NBA player, dude.
He's doing great.
I'm joking. Yeah.
Apparently, he's doing very well.
He must be.
He's in a moment sell for 30-something.
So all of that, I'm good to go. So I'm going to start my process of trying that too. So we'll see. Just funding crypto.com doesn't work. So for all the people who see the commercials and stuff, and you think it's easy to put money in there, think again.
I got stuck in a loop when I tried to make mine on the app. So I signed up on the app, and it sent me a confirmation email to then verify the email, and I clicked that, and it sent me back to the app, and I kept going back and forth. Trying to confirm the account, and nothing got done, so I gave up.
I had to take 5 pictures. They didn't like my pictures.
I think you look great.
That's too pretty.
This guy's too good looking. There's no way. This is him.
Those are for personal collection. They were taking them just to keep them, Mark.
All right, so moving on, Doug. Let's talk sorcery because you listened to the AMA because you were like, Doug, you're like, I love this guy. What do you think? What weird questions are they asking me? You got some
I have no fucking
stuff
idea.
For us.
Let me start by saying okay. I started off with all intentions of being like, I'm going to pay attention. This is going to be really good. No nonsense from you, Doug. Focus up. Then about 3 minutes in, I recognized this was going to be this was going to be a slog. Okay. I had my little notebook out and I was like, this is what the fuck. I couldn't handle it. Okay. But I watched the whole thing. And I have some cliff notes here. And look, the way they should have done it was they should have started it by saying, this is what sorcery is. Here's our art for the cards. Then gotten into the whole this is how we came up with the idea and all this stuff that I really didn't care about. But they didn't do that. So they were testing me today. It was like I was in fucking some college course and I was just trying to get out.
Someone learning how to do learning how to do a presentation for you or something, or what's going on?
Man, I couldn't do it. They're talking, they're saying things to me, Mark, and it was bouncing off my head. And I know it was a video. I could pause it and go back, but I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't about to pause it and go back. Not on this video. So this video, watch it, whatever. You don't have to. I'll tell you a little bit about it. Guy came up with the idea. Originally, he had, let me hold this so it doesn't cut out. He had the idea to make some kind of fantasy magic cards. So he got in contact with some artists, old Magic the Gathering artists, commissioned some artwork for some cards. And this was years ago. This project has taken a while. And eventually, he got in contact with a guy, I believe from the United States, who kind of developed it into a game. It's like, look, man, you have something here. We can make it into a game. So he went over, I believe, to the United States. I think he was in the United States. Came to the United States and let the guy kind of present to him what the game would be. He fully went into that thinking he was going to tell this guy, nah, man, this game's going to suck. I don't want to do this. I've wasted my time. But what he found was this grid game that this guy presented to him was a lot of fun. There were things that hooked him into it. Has elements of Dungeons and Dragons, elements of old Magic the Gathering. And literally his cards, like the guy was explaining, the cards look fantastic. These are drawn art cards. These aren't computer graphic cards that he said, like, look, there's a place for it in this world, just not here. I like the old school stuff. I like the stuff that looks good, plays good, it's a fun game. And it takes a minute to master, right? He kind of made a point of that, is like, yeah, it's going to be a high skill level game. Like, the guys who are good are going to be real good. Yeah, you could pick it up and just play, but most likely you're not going to be on the same level as these dudes, which I thought was refreshing to hear and kind of, exciting that, like, look, if you're a high skilled guy, you are good at games like this might be for you. There might be some high level tournaments coming out. This isn't like a Pokemon tournament, which I'm sure there's some real high level players. This is something else. This is grid based. And, the cards look fantastic. The one thing they kept alluding to was the art on the cards. He contracted old Magic the Gathering artists. He wants to work with old Dungeons and Dragons artists. He wants to work with a metal album cover artists. So guys who draw the covers.
That's interesting you point that out. It does kind of have a metal album feel, like with someone.
Right, he wants to work with them.
Yeah, okay.
And he also wants to work with new artists. So he's doing a mix here, right? It's a mix.
That's great.
And he's very, like, everything I heard coming out, like, he said some words kind of funny. Sound like, look, he had a heavy accent. I believe he's from Hungary. So
he's not New Zealand? He's Hungary?
I think he's from Hungary, because every time he went to say deck.
It said Auckland, right?
It said Auckland on the Kickstarter, no?
I'll tell you, the man's from Hungary. Like, the guy he was with, he had a buddy with him, who had a British accent, I believe, or a New Zealand accent.
New Zealand.
I don't know.
That's probably New Zealand. Okay.
He said the dude, Eric, is from Hungary.
Okay.
Maybe I misheard. Again, maybe I was just hungry.
Seems like I don't know. Maybe he's living in New Zealand.
He went to college in Hungary. How about that? I know he went to college in Hungary.
Okay. I believe that. I think Olafson might even be a Hungarian name. That sounds right.
Sounds like
okay.
it.
So here, look, Mark, those are little details nobody cares about. The thing is so they took years developing this. Like, he said he was working on it, in his spare time, 2 hours a night for years to put things together, work through some gaming issues, work through, just literally just the gameplay and the things like that. Because, like I said, this is a very old school feel. It doesn't feel like he's really into it to create chase cards, to create super hollow god packs, some of that other shit. Like, he literally wanted these cards to look good. He wanted the gameplay to be intense, to be fun, and to be something you have to be skilled to play. And the cards look fantastic, and he wants you to be able to play it. I think this is a different feel than a lot of the Kickstarters we're seeing. So it may rub some people the wrong way. I don't know that we're going to see a ton. I mean, I'm sure we'll see some, but I don't know we're going to see a ton of stretch goals and shit.
It's going to absolutely rub people the wrong way. Like, here's Drought. There's, like, a dying horse. People are going to be really sad about it. But it's like, that game.
It's a mature game.
This is a mature game.
Right.
Yes.
He made a notice for not just, now look, mature, meant it two ways. One, it's for adults, for grown-ups. But he more meant it like the guys who developed it were mature in their lives. They had made it through things. Like, I think the guy who Eric was with, whose name I don't recall, who works for Eric, and there was a guy doing the interview, again, whose name I don't recall. Again, this thing was a slog, guys. This was tough to watch. The guy who worked for Eric made a point. The game they made previously was Eric fresh out of college. He wasn't mature. It just wasn't. We've all been fresh out of college. We're not mature. When we were fresh out of college, we all made weird mistakes and stuff. This is something who's at a point in their life who's mature, who can handle situations that get thrown at them, which literally spoke to me, because I made that note about Grand Archive and some of these other clowns doing these Kickstarters. Like, they can't handle things when they start to go awry. Get an adult in the room, and it sounds like this is what this game is, and it sounds like they're not catering to investors. They're going to make it so the game's big, then worry about the rest of it. And I like that idea. That makes this first set, and I know it's going to be unlimited and maybe too many printed. I don't believe that. I believe this is something you buy now, hold, sell later, or buy now, rip, and there might be some cards that people want for actual gameplay, believe it or not, which is going to be different than every other Kickstarter, every other MetaZoo, all this other stuff we have now. This is going to be based on gameplay. It's a bold move, but I actually am welcoming it. I think this is a good idea.
It's a different move. Like remember when MetaZoo first started, how much they promoted that fourth wall makes them different? That was the number one line you saw. It was the first thing they said about themselves. So to have someone focus on the gameplay compared to all of these other ones who are kind of like, hey, we got a neat idea about mythology, or hey, we have some cool looking, anime cards. Like, it's just a lot different. This is just gameplay, and then You're going to add the hand-drawn stuff on top of that. I think this has got
from famous artists, Mark. These are
the
people who have a
best
following
chance-
now.
and famous artists. That's the other thing. People know, like, and it's right on the card.
Yeah.
Who did it? You know, right at the bottom. I like this a lot. And only fantasy cards minus the chase is a Fab 2.0 minus chase. I think the art's different, but also you say minus the chase. I don't know, and we'll see what comes out.
Well, so that was gonna be my kind of, and this may be more of a remedial question as someone that's unfamiliar with kind of the Magic the Gathering cards. If there's no chase card, do the more useful and versatile cards, like the Chaos Crystal version of MetaZoo, would the more useful cards and more powerful cards be inherently the chase cards in the set? Is that
There's
how this
still
would work?
rare cards. I mean, like Lotus, Black Lotus was rare.
It was rare,
There's
right.
still rare cards. It's not some bullshit where it's like, oh, but we got it numbered out of 50 and look at the cracked ice on the front. It's not like that. It's not going to be something that they're trying to get you with a carnival gimmick.
So they're still going to be common, uncommon rares probably in this, maybe even mythic.
Right.
It's just not going to be like
sure.
hollows and all that garbage.
Short printed stuff too. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay attention. I mean, we don't know how it's gonna be till it's released. These things always shake out after the printing, is out into people's hands. But again, there are going to be collectible things about it. It's just gonna be old school collectible. It's not gonna be fake created, like I said, ghost rares, cracked ices, autographs on the front in some gold font by some I don't know character. It's not gonna be any of that stuff. This is going to be like your Magic the Gathering, old Magic the Gathering, not current edition Magic the Gathering. It's going to be like Dungeons and Dragons. It's going to be something that's going to touch people. Yeah, it's going to be something that's going to touch old school collectors. And Mark, I say it with Funko, guys. We say it with the reason why we think Hot Wheels are hot. We'll talk about Hot Wheels in a minute. Is that what it is? It's the older people who have money now. This is targeted to them. Not these kids who are pissing money around on booster boxes of bullshit. Like, it's going to be a different base. And I'm curious if we're going to see more money in this just because the people who are fucking with it have more money.
And I think you might see more holders and stuff like that. People will actually just want to be into the game, not quick flippers. And I think there's like a lot of, I think it's some of these other games really shoot for sex appeal and stuff like that. And this is the exact opposite. Like, we're not going to have some, just totally sexy thing that's going to, bring in young kids.
No boner cards in this set.
And that's not what we're trying to do. And I think that's probably kind of,
I don't know, man. If you looked at some of the old school Dungeons and Dragons art, there's some ladies on there, man.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm just saying that's comparatively to these other Kickstarters. You know what I mean? I think that's what I'm saying.
Oh, sure, yeah. It's not going to be like that, and this is a bold move. But I think this is something as a mature person, like an adult now. I'm like, this is something I could see buying because I think other people who are buying it aren't necessarily the investors. Like you said, Mark, I think people are buying this, going to try to figure the game out and play it. And it's just going to be like that. And if there's something they need for their set or their deck, they're going to go to eBay and they have the money. They'll buy what they want. It's not going to be some weird bullshit. Like MetaZoo, we're seeing these cycles because a lot of these dudes holding these things aren't people with strong bank accounts, strong backing, where it's like, man, I got to sell this box to buy this. I got to do this to do this, do this to do this. Whereas these are just going to be guys who are, like I said, comfortable in their lives, buying this, playing it, can keep playing it, keep adding to it, not really being their main source of income.
Yeah, and it's how you approach the Kickstarter too. You're not gonna have these gimmicks where it's like the add-on is this flashy card, the add-on's this. I just don't see that. I mean, maybe they will. Who knows? But I just don't see that coming. It seems like this is not what it's gonna be.
If there's going to be a chase, I'd be curious if it does end up being something that they just created just for the Kickstarter, and they're just like, okay, this will be it. But
didn't they say something with like, they're going to get rid of the script and just have an art card?
Art cards, that would make sense.
Sure,
I
could be. Could be. I mean, he made a point of, so if you see those cards Mark turned landscape, he made a point. They had to figure out a way to make it so these cards could stay like this. Because on their grids, because they were saying like, they tried a portrait and they look stupid. So he's like, there's a reason art's done portraits. There's a reason they do landscape art as well. And you keep it that way. You don't try to make it something else. So they made it so it works with these, and these look beautiful. So I think there was a lot that went into the planning of the gameplay to show off the art and the art to just fit the gameplay and fit the board. So they did a lot of work on this. I'm excited to see how it pans out March 15th, right? Or 14th.
15th.
Yeah, 15th. Doug, let's hop into Mattel Creations. I don't know why it took me to, Here you go.
It's all right, new tab.
New tab. But Doug, we were talking to Mustang a little bit, so we want to kind of update people. We talked about this last show, and we were saying, kind of, Doug, you want to fill people in?
Yeah, I mean, look, scroll down, Mark. My main problem with this is my problem still in. Guys, I'm looking now. Any updates? No. So this dropped tomorrow. This is tomorrow, I think, at 11 a.m., guys, right?
11 a.m. our time, yep.
Okay, 11 a.m. Central. This car is weird, and here's a couple of reasons why I think we might see a serial number added in the morning before the drop. Is they're limiting you to 1 per buyer and 5 per household. Those are the limits they put on their 30,000 and 25,000 drops. The other drops that were just kind of like willy-nilly unlimited, I think it was like 2 to 5 you could get. So it feels weird to have that there. Now, I don't know. Look, and I'm going to say I'm going to pass if it doesn't have a serial number. But I don't know that I'm not going to be there up to 11 to see. I'll get in the drop even and see if something changes. But I don't know, man. I'm not buying it without the serial number stuff because I just think with 25, I only get 1, so I got to pay shipping on 1, which is like $8, which is ridiculous, and then pay tax. What, I'm in like $36 for 1? What the hell do I expect to sell an unlimited Mustang for? I don't know.
You'd have to sell it for like over $60 on eBay to really get any sort of profit on the back end.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't.
The
And I can't buy
$25
2
compared to $30 was the limited one, so the price point's different. So that's something.
The F100 was 25, wasn't it?
But this doesn't have.
it
This doesn't have
The glass
acrylic case.
The acrylic.
So
Correct.
maybe that's it. Maybe
Yeah,
it's the case.
the acrylics are 30. So anytime you get the acrylic case, it's going to be 30. I think everything else is going to be 25.
This is
So if you
25's not, but you said you're gonna add shipping and all that.
No.
35,
Yeah.
40. Let's say $40. It's not crazy. I mean, you know.
Yeah. If it's not limited, there's no chance I have any interest in this at all. None. I buy some things that are unlimited. Like, look, I bought, like, I'm not going to tell anybody what I bought, but there are a couple $12 items or $15 items, but then I had 2 10% coupons I bought today. And they're quote unquote unlimited, but they're not. They're only available for, I think, today or whatever. So whatever, the limit will run out.
On those too.
Yeah. So I'm not necessarily like super hardcore at serial numbers, but for Hot Wheels, I have to be. Because they have a history. You can see RLC Club stuff from last year that wasn't serial numbered is trash. I mean, compared to the value. I mean, you're not making money. It's trash. I mean, I'm sure the cars are fantastic and people love them who are collectors. But for me, an investor, it's trash. So you have to be very careful with this. I remember when this first dropped, guys, in the Discord, I was like, oh, it's going to be hot. Be careful. There's no serial number yet. Keep an eye on it, though. Keep an eye on it because the buying limits lead me to believe there might be some sort of limited nature to these that we just don't know about.
Yeah. And it's something you already made money on your BMW, so maybe it's something like this. You're not, you know.
If you want to buy it for yourself, that's fine, but don't buy it with the expectation that you can flip it for $90.
Yeah, it's not going to be like the BMW, or
the BMW
unless they add something crazy to it. But no, the BMW.
We were yelling at everybody, man, to buy the BMWs, man. Buy the BMWs. This is what I'm yelling the opposite, unless I see something limited on it. And again, you're going to have to pay attention to that up till 11 a.m. I mean, I can't walk you through it. I got a couple drops going on tomorrow I got to get into. So this one's going to be like kind of back.
Late night drops maybe. Who knows?
I'll be just fucking going, man. I'm not sleeping
Michael
tonight.
from Australia in the chat. If you're out here, say what's up.
Danny's in the chat.
Is Danny?
Any of Australians or New Zealanders?
We'll be hitting you up in the Discord. We're gonna have some names for you to let us know.
Or are you? No, because who? Yeah, I mean, like Hendo, I think's into it, right? I think Hendo. Yeah. I think he's into it too. So a couple of dudes on Discord might be into what we're into. But I'll let you know tomorrow after I snag it. You know, I'll come. I'll ask for some help from our.
We should mention you have to be on the whitelist, so it doesn't even matter.
Oh, that's a good point.
Like, should we just mention it?
Sure.
Yeah, we're all whitelist on
FanCraze.
FanCraze, which is the cricket NFTs. Yeah. And
I talked about that months ago. Like a month ago.
Yeah. So Doug got us into this. Yeah. Go ahead, Doug.
Well, no, and so here's the thing, gang. Cricket is one of the most popular sports on the planet. Not in the United States. Not at all. I have no interest in cricket.
No. We don't care about cricket here.
No.
No, worldwide, it's one of the most popular things on the planet.
All you got is the West Indies. You got some Caribbean islands. That's it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, but no, Mark, I mean, like, dude, so this FanCraze is their NBA Top Shot. It's their NFL All Day, made by the same company, Dapper Labs, Flow. So they are the ones handling all this. Here's the thing. Now, this is the very beginning. This is some bullshit NFL all day very beginning where they let like 100,000 people in early. You know, this is something where it's just open to everybody. For right now, it was open to everybody to sign up, right? And if you signed up, you signed up. And now this pack's out there, so you have to be on the whitelist for the foundation pack, which we're going to be able to get. Now the foundation pack has rares and it has commons, but I think the commons are numbered to 2,000. Okay, for $15 for one of the most popular sports on the planet. You pull a good guy who I don't even know.
You want Jasper Bumrah?
I want the guy from our hemisphere, Andre Russell, the West Indies guy.
Who's number 800 over there? Was that like career record? What is
are
those their numbers?
Is he number 8? You guys have 3-digit numbers in cricket? Is anyone out here? Someone help me out. What?
Oh, number 800. The big dog.
Number 800. What are we talking about here?
Siam Maraldaran. What a name.
Oh, yeah, man, we got to follow our favorite teams, guys.
Do I know a lot
well,
about
if anyone in chat has a team we should follow, we'll ask our New Zealand and Australian friends who we should follow.
Well, but I do want to make a note, guys. These founder packs are a little different. So the initial packs they came out with, you'll see their dudes like with some highlights from 2017. Like they were just throwing some shit out there. I think these founder pack guys are guys who are still active. Like the other ones had guys who maybe were no longer active. So these founder packs have guys who are still active, and they have rare versions too of these cards. So this could really blow up into something. Mark, if you go to their marketplace, you'll see there are some commons that are selling for like $70. Like this isn't any joke. And like I said, a lot of these guys. Sort by highest, Mark. Let's do highest price up there at the top right. Let's just see what's going on.
So the pack that drops tomorrow it's one card.
It's one card, but they're active. This isn't like active. I said this isn't like some dude I never heard of who's not playing anymore. And the rares,
Mark, dude you haven't heard of that's not playing that is playing currently.
I know a lot about. I know my stars. Okay, like look at Vicky Oswald. He gets out there, man. He just balls. He just balls.
Oh yeah.
Whoa. No, yeah. Can we get the highlight there, Mark?
Oh
yeah. What do we got here? Yeah, let's see what the highlights. Hit play.
Come on, give me
Take
something
a look
good.
here, gang. Well, you know what? And here it's the international competition under 19 men. So this is a prospect. This is a prospect, guys. We don't know what's going on. He can be. This is a prospect.
We'll be all right.
What happened?
I don't know how do I silence you. There we go.
You think they?
Whoa!
Oh, look at that! Forget about it.
Right?
Forget about
Strike
it.
three?
Forget about it.
Is that what
when
happens?
he does that? Forget about it.
Do you strike 3
That's
of them,
championship.
Wait, can we see that again?
You get your heart going. Nothing will.
Yeah. Oh, well, we did it against Australia too, man. Our Australian viewers.
Oh.
Who's up?
Probably
Jay Bones, thank you.
Hey, JP, thank you.
Oh, yeah,
appreciate that, man.
Really do. What? You just have to hit the wicket?
What the hell just happened?
Yeah, hit
here?
the wicket.
What is that? So is this over?
He got it by him. You hit the wicket. I thought you had to knock it down.
Oh, there's
Danny.
Danny, who's a good guy? Who's the first cricket person you think of?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. What are we watching?
What are we watching here?
Mark, we just watched the best thing to happen that ever happened. 295 to 5 blowout. Fucking blowout.
If you go to our Twitch channel, it gives you an option to subscribe, and you can subscribe with your connecting your Prime.
With your Prime account.
So in the bottom right here, you might be watching on TV. So if it's on TV, it's a little bit different. But if you're watching on phone or anything else, there should be a sub button. Just go ahead and hit that, and it asks you to connect your Prime to it. And go ahead and do that, and you get one free every month.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Prime will tell you, it'll say sign up for Prime Gaming. It's not like a subscription service or a fee or anything. You just activate it and you link your Discord to it.
No, that's
and they'll let you sub to
they
one
call
free.
It Prime Gaming, yes. That's what
but it's not anything different.
Marnus?
Give me a Marnus Labashane.
Marnus.
Yeah, Mark, look up
Labashane.
Labashane might be in the new drop, guys.
Oh,
he might be in the new
he's
drop.
not out there. You get out when the ball falls. Bale fall.
Well, look at the new drop, Mark. You can see who's coming in this drop. They have it on a Google Doc. Let's see. Let's have Danny tell us who we're looking for. Danny, perfect. Perfect time to show up.
We need Danny on one of the live calls.
View the details.
Just go over. We have a cricket test. Like whatever fan knows cricket the best gets to be on the show.
Where in here, huh?
There should be a Google Docs link. Whitelist. Oh, what?
So if I understand correctly, there's something that's on top of the wicket that you have to knock off.
Click here, Mark. It says moments. Click here for the list of moments. So click the here underline.
Oh, here. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, make it bigger so people see. Who are we looking for here? And we're in the way.
Oh, we are in the way. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, move us, Mark. Get us out of there.
Maybe make that not full size, Mark. Just move to the right. There you go. There you go. Now, who are we looking for? What are some of these names? What are we looking at?
Marcus Stoinis.
Oh.
Where are the names?
Mitchell. You just have to read it. Matthew Wade, Mitchell Marsh, Andrew
Mitch
Flutoff.
Eminem. I know Eminem, man. That guy he can really get it.
Suresh Raina. I don't.
Oh,
see.
what happened? Mark just got rid of that.
Oh, sorry.
We're not allowed to watch that anymore. So I guess what I'm trying to say is we got into this, right? And it's a $15 pack, and I just feel like getting into like one of the biggest sports in the world early is not a crime. This would be a good move for $15.
Oh, there's Mitchell Stark. There's a Mitchell Stark guy.
Oh, Dwayne Bravo. What about Dwayne Bravo?
Champion shot by Dwayne Bravo to hit a full-length Mitchell Stark delivery.
Ooh,
and Mitchell Stark
extra
tried to
cover.
he wouldn't even let it happen, man.
No.
Mitchell Stark's
Good
out here
luck.
dealing too. You know that.
Good
He
luck.
bowls it quick. I don't even know what that means.
But
It's like throwing a fastball.
Hey, Mitchell Stark, he's trying to throw, but that guy took a yard.
Big boy.
From what that sounds like.
Where's the big boy?
I want
cool.
to get Danny talking about cricket. I kind of want to. I want to get to the bottom of this.
Well,
I don't
yeah,
know
so
what.
we all got
Cricket's a
whitelisted
sport,
into
I mean,
cricket, and we told you about it. So if you guys are in, welcome. Welcome to the
I'm excited.
cricket
Welcome
club.
to the world. Welcome to the exciting world
You
of
know,
cricket with the guys,
we're gonna
man.
make some money on these damn cricket packs one way or another.
I'm telling you, this is going to be good. These are different. These are guys who are going. You got Marcus Stonis out there throwing some balls. You got all these other dudes going. I'm excited. This is going to be a great fun.
Doug, why don't you tell us what square cuts a half tracker means?
Mark,
Jackless
that's-
Careless Square
Mark-
Cuts a Half Tracker by Jameis Anderson. So why don't you go ahead and explain that to us?
When you square cut a half tracker, Mark, that somebody's throwing some bullshit, you take a yard. The half tracker means the full tracker is when you throw some heat.
You hit that weak
Half
shit
tracker is
out
a
of the
little
park.
bit.
Right?
And when you full board it, that's just a flat side of hit them with the big side of it. You know what I mean?
Danny, could you help us out? What is Square Cuts a Half Tracker? Towards the boundary for bringing.
Well, that was right. 1 yard. I nailed it, right?
Oh, jeez, I think so. I don't know what's going on.
There was one highlight, like the description was like one of the greatest ball teasers in the game. And I was like, what?
Oh man, that's great. We should
Dude,
have a show just.
Should we have a
these
Saturday
descriptions.
cricket show where we just break it down? Where we put a game in front of us and we give them the business, man. Let them know what's happening.
You know, I have some neighbors that watch cricket. Maybe I'll ask them about Dwayne Bravo.
Just
Mitchell Stark.
recount this. Like, do you remember the reverse sweep that went wrong from Ahela Jawai who was preoccupied due to the drizzle?
Man, that's a good square cut of that.
I
half
remember
tracker.
that, of course. You kidding me? That was like the biggest play of the year.
Well,
Whatever one I
we're
get's
not
gonna be the
cricket
best moment. I don't care.
Yeah, so Hot Wheels, cricket,
Dogs.
Monster High,
Shit, man, I got it. I got into mini
MetaZoo,
backpacks.
all TCG sports cards,
Hey,
F1 cards.
One thing I want to say quickly though before we get out, Mark, before we leave, is like we told everybody about, go check out Loungefly, look around, you can find some shit. The ones I listed, so I got some. It took them less than 1 day to get to my house, which was insane. So they must ship.
Crazy. Yeah.
I don't know, rural Illinois, but got it, put it on, already got offers. So I mean, I feel like I made the right choice. I feel like there's a market. This is going to be hot stuff. So there you go.
All right, and Danny gave us a hint. People love wickets or sixes, dog. So you want a wicket or you want a sixes?
So is that
Okay.
basically either want a strikeout or a home run?
Strike out or a home run.
Okay.
Well, welcome, just like baseball, man.
I want to get the NFT of the guy in the crowd with like the hands on his hips.
Chicks dig the long ball.
The upset guy. That's what I want.
Well, you have yours. If you guys sub, you get access to our emotes, and you could have Matt shocked and Doug disappointed.
So do the disappointed. Someone make an emote of me doing the Kevin Zorbo disappointed.
Well, we have Doug already disappointed with it.
Hey,
But
we
I'd
have
be
to
yelling
two
disappointed.
But you have.
I'd be yelling
You're
disappointed.
shocked, and then there's all that.
It's different.
Totally different.
It's very different.
I don't
Very,
think so.
very different. But
All
yes, we are all into cricket now. So if you guys want to join us, join the Green Circle. That's all I could say.
Green Dot Club, yeah.
The Green Dot Club.
Hey,
And yes,
man,
guys,
I'm
give us
jazzed.
a follow on Twitch. We'll be back Wednesday, Friday. We're 3 times a week.
Yep.
And we do special buy-alongs too when things drop, like Transformers coming up.
15th. Yeah.
You want me to do a special buy-along at 1 a.m. on
It
cricket?
worked well for you last time, Mark.
Are you going to do it at 1 a.m. tonight,
No,
Mark? Just
and
buy
I opened
cricket?
it-
Mark Paul's Marcus Stoinis.
I would
Well,
love
it'd
that.
be right
I
with
would.
on cricket time.
I'd be asleep. Well, Mark, if
Danny
you're
would be
at
up
1 a.m.
talking to you.
Oh man, Danny, are you on
You
the
know-
white list here? I don't even know. I don't think
Wanted to
so.
say
But you know what,
Danny,
here's
Danny
the-
would be awake at that time, 1 o'clock our
Mark,
time.
No, yeah,
Mark, that would be the best. If you're up at 1 a.m. just buying cricket moments, that would just be our top show probably ever.
What happened? What happened? Wow, I was just up
Just
night,
Mark
all
staying
night
awake.
buying cricket moments. Oh man, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, guys, I don't know. It's a fun show. There's lots of stuff going on, but really, guys, the most exciting thing is Transformers. I mean, this is the most exciting thing, right? I mean, if your name's
It's a great
Rodney,
choice.
you don't own Hot Rod, that's your problem. I mean, you know, figure that shit out. Make your life better.
Right. Yeah. Come on, Rod. Get it done, bud.
No. But check this out.
Man.
This is coming up, so we'll talk more about this. And yeah, we'll keep an eye on those MetaZoo prices, guys. It's very interesting. The obnoxious 9 looking like the weak 9. I don't know what's going on.
It's tanking. I mean, they're tanking. It's
There's
what
no
it
such
is.
thing
We'll
as a
see if
weak
they bounce
9.
back.
That's my brother. 9 is the strongest number.
Intern Dave, we need Dave here sometime. I don't know.
We do need to get Dave.
We do, man. Get him to drink some of that Four Loko, man. The old Four Loko.
Oh, we can't even.
None of us got sick. We drank it on the old trip. None of us got sick. So
I think it made us better.
all these college kids complaining about it, making them die. You know, the scary thing about it is, though, legitimately, guys, the combination, whatever they used, was literally like poison to people. So the fact that it took so long to get them off the market was bizarre to me anyway. So you know what?
Oh, there's Jeb Nightcrawler. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Let's go. Yeah, man.
Thank you for the follow or the sub. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Yeah, subs follow. Yeah, the number one way to support the show.
If you have Amazon Prime, it doesn't cost you anything.
You know, and unprofessional. Great point. Only 2 of them are playable.
Yeah, true.
That for the obnoxious 9, that's important. We talked about that, right? Like, you're talking about the Orifex being something you're going to want to hold on to because they have value, and when they dip, you should get in. And they're always gonna have utility. So obnoxious 9 maybe won't, and we talked about that. So yeah,
keep an eye out for that. It'll be moving, especially when Wilderness drops. We're gonna see the market shake again. So
Orifex going to the moon.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. March 15th is gonna be a big day. We got a lot going on because we got Sorcery.
Live buy with Mark.
God, should I do a live Kickstarter along with Mark? We'll talk about Eric Curiosa game.
Eric's Curiosa game.
Yeah,
man. You Mark, you better watch that live interview though and figure everything out. That hour long.
Doug, you already sent. I don't want to watch it. Okay, you gave such a great summary. I don't need to watch it. That's what
I mean, I was zoned out at the end, so who knows what the fuck they said. But yeah,
because he's so dreamy. He took you in.
That's right.
You were hypnotized.
I was in Sorcery in my head. I was like, oh, this world's wonderful. I moved in. I don't know. Whatever.
Moved in. All right, guys. I think that's
Wednesday.
about it. I don't think I have anything else for today's show. You guys got any final thoughts you want to share?
No, man. Just excited. We'll see you guys Wednesday. Keep your eye on that RLC guy. Keep your eye on the RLC. See if they add the cereal. Yeah. That's the important thing to note. If they do, that can go from a trash car that you don't want to something hot real quick, and you just have to keep your head on a swivel. And I don't know if they're dicking around not putting it up there to fuck with people to try to let others get in. So just keep your head on a swivel till 11. I mean, you have to. It's the only thing you can do.
Yeah. Keep an eye out.
That's my word of the day.
Yeah, Doug, I appreciate the advice. I'll keep an eye on it because this is a way to make money. Because those BMWs, guys, I think a lot of people made a lot of money on it, and congratulations, so did we. So that's pretty awesome. So that's all we got, guys. We will be back Wednesday. Doug, you can be in the studio, maybe. I don't know.
I will be here. I will be here Wednesday. I'll be with you guys on Wednesday.
Okay. All right.
So that'll be good.
Here. All right, definitely, guys. All right, cool. And as we always say to the end of the show, guys, pull the big one. All right. Peace, guys. Have a great evening. See you guys on Wednesday. Peace.